This is a short video on pinning using graphite rod, and this is not intended to be a full tutorial on pinning per se, but just a short demonstration of how you can use graphite rod material like this instead of a threaded metal rod or a pin when you're repairing cracks in clarinets or oboes. I came across this idea as it was presented by Dale Barton on the Facebook repair forum, and here at Meridian Winds we've adopted this totally. We feel like it's as good a repair as metal threaded rods. I've done, since I started here in December, probably installed between 200 and 300 pins. Since we do a lot of warranty work for Yamaha, we've had a lot of opportunity to test this. We have not had any cracks, repairs come back as far as we know. We may know more next season, but so far this has been as effective, if not more so, than using a metal threaded rod. The graphite material we order online. We've been ordering at 60 thousandths and 70 thousandths. It's originally used for radio control airplanes as a control arms, very light, very strong. So let me go ahead and show you this. Really, the only difference between what I'm doing and what you were doing in terms of using a metal threaded rod is the fact that I'm using this material and gluing it in. Let me just mention that when we're going to drill the hole, we will always drill it at a diagonal to the crack. This gives the most reinforcement and it provides the most support for the wood if it tries to open up and keep that from happening. So it's not a matter of the glue being effective, it's the fact that we've got a rod going across here. And the graphite rod is as strong as the metal in terms of that. So I'm using a piece of grenadilla here, and I've just drawn a pencil line here to simulate a crack. So the first thing I do is going to drill the hole there. So I start it with my center punch. We've ordered this at 60 and 70 thousandths. I may have mentioned that. And so this is about 66 thousandths, so I'm using a 70 thousandths drill here. And I'm just going to drill diagonally across. So the idea is to have a blind hole and not come out at the other end. It makes for a lot less cleanup. If you should happen to come through, then you can use masking tape at the other end, and that is very effective to keep the glue from running all over the place. Okay, here's my hole right here. Next thing is to clean up the end of my rod here. Just using it for something and make sure there's no glue on it. Just use a piece of 220 there and just make sure that it fits in there easily. Once I've done that, I'm going to mark the point at which the rod disappears into the body, and then I'm going to use that mark to make a notch right at that point, or slightly shorter. And now I've got a place where the rod will break off easily. So you can see the notch there, and you can see how it disappears into the hole just below the surface. Next step is to put several drops of glue in here. You'll get a feel for how much that needs to be as you do this. and just insert it carefully and move it up and down there. That stays liquid for a reasonable amount of time. This unset up pretty quickly, and make sure that there's glue throughout, and then just break it off, and I'm essentially done. This seems to be a novel delivery system for some people. We found that the glue here is easily dispensed just by putting a hole in the side of the shoulder and putting this Teflon tubing. It's very thin. You can get this from Faree's Tools. H75E is the part number. Just put a small piece in there, and if it gets clogged up, you just pull it out and cut a new piece. But that's pretty much it.